Hey everyone, how's everyone doing today? I hope you're all doing great. This is a really different type of video that I'm recording today. I'm going to the butcher shop to pick up some meat. My wife drove down there earlier and she ordered some meat, so they were there slicing and all of that, and it's ready to pick up and to pay. That's the worst part, right? And as you can hear, there is some Brazilian songs playing because I live in Brazil. I live in Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo is the biggest city in South America. And if you think like, oh, but Mexico City is the biggest city in Latin America. Yeah, but I'm talking about South America, and Mexico is North America. Believe it or not. Years ago we had this discussion at work because some people are saying, no, Mexico is part of Central America, and no, thank God back then Wikipedia was already a thing. Sorry, I'm talking too fast. What is happening? I'm on my lunch time right now and I need to pick up this meat as fast as I can so I can go back to work. But I thought, why not have some conversations with you? I'm driving, but everything's safe. The cell phone is here. I'm paying attention to the road, and it's all right. And I'm winking. Never forget to wink. Always use your winkers whenever you're gonna make a turn. So you can make a left turn, you can make a right turn, but always use your winkers. And of course, seatbelts always on. Seatbelts, they are mandatory in Brazil. I remember when I lived in the United States, in some states seatbelts were only optionals, but still everyone driving, they would put seatbelts on. And in English we put a seatbelt on. In Portuguese we just put seatbelt, something like that. We don't need phrasal verb. We don't have phrasal verbs in Portuguese. I think it's because we do have a greater variety of verbs compared to the English vocabulary. Portuguese vocabulary is really extant, so that's why. So I am arriving at the butcher shop. Is there a parking spot for me? Yes, there is. So I just need to wink to the left. There is a parking spot. It's right there. What? It's called Daytona. I have no idea why, but in Brazil, if you are from Brazil, you know it. We like to name things using English for no reason because we speak Portuguese. I just picked up the meat. There's chicken too, so not only red meat, it's right here, enough for 2 weeks because that's what I can fit in my freezer. You know, we have a fridge and a freezer. They are 2-in-1, which is, it is 2-in-1, which is normal nowadays. Fridge, it comes from the name refrigerator, but no one says refrigerator anymore, so we just say fridge. Much easier, right? And convenient. Go. You see, you gotta be nice on traffic. In traffic. Oh my god, I'm messing up a lot of prepositions today, but I don't care. And in some situations we don't have to worry too much about it. In some situations we do, so we have to always balance all of that. Anyways, there was one topic that I was thinking about. Yes, actually, car. I was gonna talk about car. So I just sit down and once again put on my seatbelt. I turned my car on. I turned the engine on, as you can see right there, and I pushed the gear to drive. And then I keep my foot on the brake, so I released the brakes and I let the car run a little bit, and then I pushed the gas. So, makes sense? And the idea now is whenever I get back home, I'll go back to work. I'm trying not to do many meetings today, but meetings always appear, you know, it's like a plague, like a virus. When you're the least expecting, boom, someone texts you, hey, do you have a moment? And that a moment turns into a 1 hour meeting. So I'm just hoping that it doesn't happen today. So I live really far south in Sao Paulo. That means in the far south zone of Sao Paulo, far away from everything. I'm saying Sao Paulo, trying to make it understandable for non-Portuguese speakers, because in Portuguese it's São Paulo. For non-Portuguese speakers, they say Sao Paulo, Sao Paulo. And this is something I picked up when I lived in the United States for the first time, because they were asking me, where are you from? And when I said Brazil, they understood. But then they replied, oh, Brazil. And then I started to think, okay, let's try to sound a little bit more like them. Not sound exactly like them, you know. I don't really want to sound native. Even though to feed my ego, I started to pay more attention to pronunciation and to the way they speak. So whenever they asked, okay, but where are you exactly from? My hometown is called Volta Redonda, but their way of saying is Volta Redonda. So that's how I learned to say, just like Rio de Janeiro. That's how they say Rio or Rio. Fun fact is, nowadays I work for an American company that is called Rio's Lawn Studio, or just Rio. Yeah, how interesting things get and how crazy life is. Life is a crazy ride. I say that all the time. And man, I love driving, but Sao Paulo took that all away from me. Nowadays I hate driving, mostly because of traffic. It's tricky to drive in Sao Paulo. There's always too many cars, you know. It's lunchtime right now, and you see how many cars are driving by. And you see the stoplight is red. Now it's green. Time to go. And since I'm going straight, I don't need to wank. However, right now I'll need to make a right turn. So boom, let's wank it to the right. And that's it. Easy as it sounds. So you saw that back there, I was waiting the stoplight to turn, and it did. Right when I showed the stoplight, it turned to green, which meant it's time to go. These are the three colors we have on any stoplight. We have red, that means stop, of course. We have green, that means go. And we have yellow, that it means pay attention, because a red light is about to show up. And in some places, yellow means go faster. Because drivers just don't respect that. Sao Paulo, by the way, there are a lot of accidents that happen because of that, because people don't wait. They don't have patience. Everyone is always in a rush in Sao Paulo. When you go to countryside cities, you can totally see the difference, and you see it quickly. How things move a little slower compared to Sao Paulo, and you become impatient because you feel like you get used to receiving everything faster, to see everything working faster. But when you are in another city, when a service takes more than 5 minutes, you're like, okay, where is it? So after living in Sao Paulo, things are not the same, and negatively not the same. I'm not saying this is positive. I don't consider this to be positive. To me, it's a negative. But this grows on you, you know. Sao Paulo grows on you. What else can I say? I've been here for 12 years. I left my countryside hometown back in 2012. in the beginning of 2012, close to Carnival, which by the way is a great holiday we have in Sao Paulo. Great parties, great festivals, great parades. Amazing time to be in Sao Paulo, in Brazil specifically. Rio has even better street parades for Carnival than we do here in Sao Paulo. Alright, now I am arriving back home. I live in a building. Yeah, this is my building. Kind of a tall building, which is something really normal in Sao Paulo. And in my building has a lot of apartments, consequently a lot of people, a lot of cars. So the garage has 3 floors, 3 levels. It's a 3-story garage, you know, so you can say it has 3 stories, it has 3 floors, or it has 3 levels. And my parking spot is on the 3rd level, so this means I have to climb 3 stories to get to my garage. And every 3 years they do a draw on the parking spots. So they select apartments, and one by one you choose your new parking spot. They did it a few months ago, I believe it was 3 months ago, and my apartment was a little below the middle of the list. So which means I had no good parking spots left to choose. I chose one that is close to the elevator. That was my plan. I was aiming for that, so I was able to. But it's a really small parking spot. It's really narrow. It's kind of hard to park. You can't park at once, you know, you have to go back and forth a little bit until you can straighten up your car and park. And that's what I'm gonna do right now. So because of that, I'm gonna end the video right here, kind of in the dark. So hope you guys have enjoyed all of this conversation. Let's plan on doing this more and more. All right, thanks for watching. Have a great day.